Hi, Crafty Sports, coming to you today with a recap of the Chiefs versus Colts Week 12 matchup. I said the Chiefs would win, and they backed me up with that. They did not make it easy for themselves. They were in a 14-3 hole coming out the gate. Really good play from Indianapolis. Also, the Chiefs made some mistakes. Mahomes on the Chiefs' first drive, the ball gets tipped up, intercepted, um, and although they stopped he tackles to stop the initial touchdown, they do get a touchdown on that drive. They kind of did what they wanted on the limited snaps that they had in the first half. The defense was struggling, especially with Ashton Dulin going down for a 46-yard return. So that was massive for them. But the Chiefs managed to hang in there. There was 14-9 at half time. It was really frustrating because they kept getting down to the red zone. They were executing really well until they got to the red zone, and then they were 1 for 5 in the red zone on the day. So they were, lucky that they managed to come up with the win in other ways. But they just couldn't punch the ball in. And when they did, penalties again came back to haunt them. But despite that, despite being down 14-9 at the half, down 20-9 with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, the Chiefs, despite fumbling the ball with a chance to go up and get back in the game, the Chiefs had the belief to get back into this game. Mahomes played much better in the fourth quarter, as did the rest of the offense. The defense shut down the Colts on their last 4 possessions, forcing 4 straight punts, including crucially in overtime as well. So the Chiefs, from 20-9 down, looking like their playoffs hopes are dwindling right in front of them. They stepped up a gear in this game. Kareem Hunt, what an absolute warrior he was in this game. 30 carries for 104 yards and a touchdown was massive. It's the first time that we've had a 100-yard rusher this season. So he went in. We got the touchdown. We got the 2-point conversion. Great catch from Rashee Rice. 20-17, and there you go. It's a different kind of ball game. And despite the Chiefs looking like they were going to go down and potentially win it with a touchdown at the end, they were held to a field goal. But Harrison Butker was great on the day. He kicked the field goal to make it 20-20. We went into overtime. The really crucial sack by Drew Tranquill, forcing the Colts to punt away. The Chiefs, in their more or less in their own end zone. Huge play needed, and a massive play from Rashee Rice for 45 yards to put the Chiefs into a great range. Then again, I think the Chiefs are on third down again this time, and Mahomes, throws it up. Rashee Rice again with a great catch and run puts us in distant field goal range, and then Xavier Worthy with a great catch to set it up, in field goal range, and Harrison Butker does the rest. It was massive. This game, massive win for the Chiefs. Their first win in a one-score game this season. They are now 1-5 in such games. And it keeps them alive in the playoff hunt. And that's what they needed today. They needed this fourth quarter. They needed a massive, performance towards the end to win this game, especially against a team that's been playing as well as the Colts. Not only did they do that, they shut down Jonathan Taylor. Going into this game, he might have been considered MVP of the league so far this season, alongside Matthew Stafford of the Rams. And he got shut down 16 carries for 55 yards. And one of those was a 27-yard run. So he was really bottled up. The Chiefs then forced Daniel Jones late in this game to go and try and win this game, and he couldn't. So, massive credit to the Chiefs defense for the way they played in the latter half of this game. Massive shout out to Patrick Mahomes for stepping in there. His first play is intercepted, but other than that, he had a really good performance. He was getting a bit too quick out of his reads, getting out of the pocket too quick. But he could have he left a few plays out on the field, but at the same time, he came up massive in overtime with that throw to Worthy, that throw to Rice, when the Chiefs needed it most with their season on the line. So a massive win from the Chiefs. And one for the Colts as well. It felt like the Colts offense stalled in the second half. But that I give whole credit to the Chiefs offense, or the Chiefs defense for forcing the Colts. And it was just a great performance from the Chiefs to come through after all those issues that they'd had. 1 for 5 in the red zone. That's something they have to figure out. But, despite that adversity, despite having 2 touchdowns ruled out because of penalties, the Chiefs still managed to claw their way back in this game through the adversity and get the win. And that was massive. And one last big shout out to Rashee Rice. 8 receptions, 144 yards. Just an absolute beast. That really important 2-point conversion as well to make it a 3-point game late in the fourth quarter. He was an absolute monster in this game, and he was also the first receiver we've had this year go over 100 yards. So not only did we have a 100-yard rusher, we had a 100-yard receiver for the first time this season. Great balance from the offense, and a much better game plan from Andy Reid and Steve Spagnuolo with the adjustments later in this game. So massive Chiefs win, and hopefully this can propel them forward. They are now playing this Thursday night, 9:30 p.m. UK time, against the Cowboys for Thanksgiving. So that's going to be a massive, massive contest. Look forward to that one. But that will just about wrap up my Chiefs versus Colts Week 12 review. If you like what I'm talking about, then don't forget to subscribe at Crafty Sports 15. Follow me at Crafty Sports on TikTok and on Instagram. And let me know your thoughts about the video. Let's hear all those Chiefs fans, rejoice in the comments below. So that will just about do it, and we'll catch you in the next one.